Okay, I'm going to explain how this partner practice works. They are in this worksheet is in your packet. It was randomly assigned an A or a B in your packet, and basically you want to work through your problems. There's like 20 problems, and then you want to check with partner B to see if they got the same answer as you did. If they did, that means you both did it correct. Okay, so for example, I'm gonna jump to number 2 here. So what I would need to do for no, number 2, I said number 1, sorry. What I would need to do first here is the exponent on the outside. So you want to follow those rules from our properties packet that was with the ed puzzle, either part 1 or part 2. So I'm going to keep the 6a to the 5th, but in this I need to distribute the exponent of 2 to each term, okay? So this would simplify, keep the 6a to the 5th. This 3 squared is now 9a squared. And then from here, you're just doing multiplication. The 6 and 9 is 54. And then you're adding your exponents, a to the 7th power. Now, partner B would work out their problem number 1. Here you're going to distribute the exponent of 3. This is what we should be doing first. So this is 3 to the 3rd, a to the 2nd power times 3. Then we're multiplying that by 2a. Well, 3 to the 3rd power is 27. This is now a to the 6th, and we're multiplying it by 2a. Well, we're going to multiply the constants, the numbers on the outside. That's going to give you 54. This a has an invisible 1 as an exponent, a to the 7th. Since we got the same answer here, then we did it correct. So what you could do when you're doing this activity is just check to see if there's a partner A or B in your group, work out the problems, and see if you get to the same answer. Let's verify if you're doing it correctly. If you get a different answer, then you can work together to try to figure that out. 2 is just multiplying and adding exponents. And then remember, you can't have negative exponents. You have to flip it and turn it to a positive exponent. But do the rule first, like add first, because then maybe you don't end up with a negative exponent once you add them. That's not going to happen on number 2. For a problem like number 5 here, this is the quotient rule where you have to subtract like exponents, or you might have to fix this, simplify. So what you would need to do is the top first. So you keep your 4. This is now going to be c to the 5th power d to the 10th, and that's over 6 d to the 4th. So from here, this can be reduced, okay, because it's 4 over 6. That can be reduced to 2/3. And then the c to the 5th stays. There's no subtracting. But now d to the 10th over d, or divided by d to the 4th, we're subtracting. That's going to mean d to the 6th. So basically, this is really saying 2c to the 5th, d to the 6th over 3. And then you want to check that with the problem number 5, partner B here. So the 10, we would have c to the 9th power, because we would add that, because we're multiplying here. So we're adding the exponents, and this is d to the 8th power, all over 15 c to the 4th power, d to the 2nd power. Again, this can reduce to 2/3. And then, yes, 9 minus 4 is c to the 5th. 8 minus 2, d to the 6th. It comes out to be the same. So follow your rules in your packet to help you. If you have, I do want to talk about negative exponents. Let's see. Well, on a problem like, yeah, let's do it right here. Number 13. So we're going to subtract, well, we're going to simplify the coefficients. -8 divided by 2 is a negative 4. This, and let me just erase that part. This C here, or A here, is saying 2 minus the negative 3. And then my B is 3 minus 2. But because we're doing minus, that's supposed to be a negative 3, then that actually turns into a positive because it keeps changing. So this is negative 4, A to the 5th, B to the 1st, or just B. Okay. And then here, on 13, we're going to have to distribute the 4 first. Alright, so we have, basically it's saying 2 to the 4th power, A to the 4th power, but this is now B to the 8th. This is over negative 8, A to the negative 4th, B to the 7th. 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 3rd is 8, 8 to the 3rd. That would be 16, I believe. But then that would be off. Did I do that right? 8 to the 4th. Oh, I forgot to distribute the bottom one. I'm sorry. Let me fix this. I forgot to distribute on the bottom. That one's probably right here. Let me make sure there's no distribute over that. Let me fix my B and my problem A here. I forgot to distribute the exponent. So negative 8, A to the 2nd, B to the 3rd over 4. And then this is going to be A to the negative 6, B squared. Then you're going to reduce to negative 2. But this is 2 minus the negative 6. That's going to be A to the 8th. And B, that's still going to be just B. And here, this turns into 16 over negative 8. And that's A to the 4th. B to the 8th over A to the negative 4. B to the 7. So when I do A to the 4th minus the negative 4, that's why it does end up being, this is negative 2, A to the 8th, B. So it does come out to be the same. Sorry about that, I missed that. So pay attention to your signs, obviously. And then remember, anything to the 0 power is just 1. So this is a 1 right there. So that's just really saying 36 y to the 4th over negative 12 x to the 3rd y to the negative 4th. And negative exponents we need to change to a positive by taking the reciprocal. On a problem number 18 here, even though there's parentheses, this 2 to the c is going to turn to the 1, just like this negative 4 c to the 7th d. This whole thing's to the 0 power, so that's also going to turn into 1. So when we multiply, we're multiplying straight across, and we're going to end up adding our exponents. So this would be a negative 6 c to the 6th power, and when we add 1 to, that's going to become 0, so that's just going to be 1 again. And then on the bottom, we're multiplying, so that's just 3c d to the negative 2. And we can subtract the c's, but this d to the negative 2 is a negative exponent. I had to flip it, bring it to the top to do the reciprocal. So this becomes negative 2 c to the 6 d squared, now positive 2, over c. And then we can simplify the c, so just subtracting. So negative, I'm running out of room, sorry, negative 2c to the 5th d to the 2nd. And we should get the same answer. So I'm just kind of like, get with someone near you, work out your problems. I'm going to check your actually practice when you turn this in. I believe it says on your check off to turn it in. Let me double check. No, that's not your class. This is your class. Sorry about that. I'm just double checking. And then, yeah, you're going to turn this into the tray. And then hopefully after this, you can do some practice on IXL. And then Friday, you'll have a Desmos exponent rule maze. kind of making sure you're putting it all together with a little form to fill out. All right, hopefully this helps. Thanks.